Hello, 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 everyone. You're welcome to another exciting edition of Easy Man's Tutor. Woo! So, today we are going to have some fun. But first of all, we're going to get everything ready. So, just stay tuned while we listen. Just try to stay tuned, all right?
Oh, so interesting.
Uncle Mike. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's not you are smiling like this. I'm not seeing you this way.
Not that this money has been a written.
Just me. What name? Wait. You say everything. I know you are not good at maths.
Mathematics.
So tell me.
I have A1 in mathematics. It's surprised you. See, I'm so happy, I'm so excited. My result just came out. Oh, in fact, you're so wonderful, so wow. You believe I clear all my paper?
Congratulations, but you cleared everything. I know you are not good at maths, so shock me. What is it?
Forget about that. Mathematics. I have A1 in mathematics.
Really?
I'm telling you. So interesting. I'm so happy. You see me as I just did.
Wow.
As you see me like this.
So how is it possible?
I'm on my way.
How is it possible? Tell me.
How is it possible?
Yeah.
You want to know?
Yeah.
You want to know my secret?
I want to know. Just me.
Okay, my secret now. I joined Easy Math Tutor.
Easy maths what?
Easy Math Tutor channel.
So
and ever since that, my hair they born with mathematics.
Really?
My president is born with mathematics. In fact, as I like this, There's no any mathematics you think, what is what you think you know.
Wait, did they teach
Bring it to me,
simultaneous equations there?
The
Fractions.
fraction, operation, trigonometry, and so many more.
Wow.
All the equations, forget about
Even math jokes.
jokes are there. Interesting movies are there.
Please excuse me.
Games are
Sorry.
there.
Please tell me the site again. I'll be the channel.
This channel, what you need to do is just take your phone, open your YouTube, search for Easy Math Tutor channel.
My brother, I'll see you later. Make I go just check out that one. I hear you, alright.
And so I am back. I'm glad to have you. So, right away, without wasting much time, let's go right ahead and start solving all our problems. Remember, maths is easy. Remember that you can ace your examinations. So, today, our first problem is these are questions that you can solve in the shortest possible time. All right. You can solve them in the shortest possible time. So, quickly, we're going to solve this first problem. So, try to pay attention. Okay. Okay, so let's start. So, the first problem solving is JAMB 20. Our problems are all going to come from JAMB 2009. Okay, just a second, please. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to share my screen in a short time. Okay, so without wasting much time, the first problem is coming from our JAMB. Okay, our first problem is coming from, sorry, I'm having a little bit of, okay, JAMB. Oh, sorry, so sorry about this. Stop the screen share.
Have come to the end of this simplification process. I hope it was simple enough. Welcome back. On this episode, we're going to solve and simplify some differential functions. Remember, there are some problems that we solved in our last episode of product rule formula, and we did not complete them. And now we are going to complete those problems. So first of all, we have this problem. We're going to simplify this, all right? We've already gotten the answer. We differentiated the original function, and we've gotten the answer. But the answer is actually long and cumbersome. So we are going to simplify this problem. So we have x cubed into bracket 8 bracket 4x minus 5 square plus 4x minus 5 squared. So simplifying this, we'll open up this bracket, which gives us 8 times x3, x raised to power 3, bracket 4x minus 5. Alright? And then we'll also write this 3x squared, 4x minus 5 squared. There's a square here. Alright? So this problem, I can find a common factor here. This stands as a common factor. Remember, it's 4x minus 5 squared on this term, and also 4x minus 5 squared on this term. And then we also have another common factor. We have x squared inside here, and we have x squared inside of here. So what's going to happen? We're going to have something like this. We'll first of all bring out 4x minus 5 squared, and we'll bring out x squared because it's common. So if we bring this out, it will cancel out here. It will also cancel out here. If we bring out x squared here, it will cancel out from the cube. And then you cancel this out, leaving 8x and 3. So we will have 8x plus 3. Alright? So final, if we rearrange it properly, the way it's supposed to look like, we will have x squared bracket 4x minus 5 squared. Another bracket, 8x plus 3, right? You can also arrange it like this, x squared, bracket 8x plus 3, bracket 4x minus 5. So this is a final simplification of this differential function. So let's move on to the next problem. We're going to also simplify this. And we have come to the end. Minus 5, 8x plus 3, right? You can also arrange it like this: x squared bracket 8x plus 3 bracket 4x minus 5. So this is the final simplification of this differential function. So let's move on to the next problem. We're going to also simplify this problem. All right? This was our final answer. We had 2x into bracket 3x minus 1 plus 3x squared plus 5. Right? So this looks like something that we could easily expand and then collect like terms and put together. So 2x times 3x, 2x times 3x will give us 6x squared. 2x times minus 1 will give us minus 2x. Alright? Then we have plus 3 times x squared will give us plus 3x squared. Plus 3 times 5 will give us plus 15. So we're going to collect like terms. Collecting like terms. Collecting like terms will give us, these two are like, these two are like. So we'll have 6x squared plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 15, giving us 3x squared, no, 6x plus 3x will give us 9x squared minus 2x. So this is our final simplification of this differential function. I'm not going to go further to factorize this. I'll leave this as it is, right? So we're also going to simplify the last problem we have here. And this was our answer, right? Our answer was 9x squared into bracket x plus 4 squared plus 6x into bracket x plus 4 cubed. All right? So I'm seeing some common factors here. I'm seeing x plus 4 squared, also x plus 4 squared is found here. You can see 3x common here and 3x like this. Alright? I'm going to say x plus 4 raised to the power 2 from all of them will give 9x squared plus 6x bracket x plus 4. Remember, x plus 4 raised to the power 3 divided by x plus 4 raised to the power 2 will leave x plus 4 alone. So now we have something common here, which is our 3x. So we will say 3x bracket x plus 4 squared bracket. So we have 3x, 9x squared divided by 3x will give us what? 3x. 6x divided by 3x will give us 2x plus 4. Alright? So we're going to simplify this quickly before we go down to the final solution. Alright? So we're having 3x plus 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. Leaving us with 3x plus 2x is what? 5x plus 8. Alright? 5x plus 8. So this whole bracket is 5x plus 8. So our final answer will be 3x into bracket 5x plus 8
David,
into bracket,
give me
into bracket, right? I'll clean this out so I'll have some space. X plus 4 squared. So this is the final simplification of this differential function. And we have come to the end of this simplification process. I hope it was simple enough. If you have any questions or any problem, please write it out in the comment section. And do not forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, and support this channel. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye. Is proudly sponsored by Kalido Foods. If you want to be smart and be a maths lover, make sure you take your plantain flour, yam flour, turmeric powder, ginger powder, and rosemary powder. For more information, visit kalidaresources.com. Hello, and on today's lesson on differential functions, we're going to differentiate this function which says x minus 1 over x into bracket raised to power 3. So how do we go about differentiating this problem? All right. So first of all, as you can see, it's a change function, meaning there's a function inside a larger function. So we're quickly going to solve this. First of all, to make it quicker, we're going to see this whole function as 1. Do not look at this one inside. Just assume you have 1x raised to power 3. So how are we going to do that? First of all, if we're differentiating that, remember that if you solution to our problem for product rule. Hey family, how you doing today? So today hello, you're welcome to Easy Maths Tutor. On this episode, we're going to treat some rather unique looking surds, like this one that I just wrote, root 3 over 2. Now, surds that look like this are also irrational numbers and cannot be simplified further. But when you see surds looking like this over root 3, then they can be simplified further. When you see surds written in the denominator like this, then they can be simplified further. How do we do this? We do this by rationalizing the denominator. What do we mean by rationalizing the denominator? Means that we multiply the top, the numerator, and the denominator by that surd. For instance, we can rewrite the surd by rationalizing it. All right? Rationalize the denominator. All right? By multiplying the numerator by this same surd. This before, right? So we'll do question number 16. Says okay. So first of all, what the concept of this problem is that we are going to make y subject to the formula in that equation, the given equation, and then we are going to find the gradient of the equation. How do we find the gradient? We find the gradient by differentiating the equation. And then when we find the gradient of the equation, it means it's equal because it is parallel to the same equation. So it's the same gradient. And then we'll use the point on the line and the gradients to compose the brand new equation. Okay? A brand new equation. So we will have the equation is 7x plus 5y equal to 12. Okay, so we'll make y subject of the formula. We say we make y subject. So how do we do that? We're going to move 7x over to this other side of the equation. So we'll have 5y. How do we do that? We subtract 7x. So we say 12 minus 7x. Why do we subtract? Because 7x is positive, and when it moves over to the next, the other side of the equation, it becomes negative. Or we subtract both sides by minus 7x, which will eliminate plus 7x on this side and give us minus 7x on this side. So we will have 5y over this. So for us to eliminate 5y, to leave only y, we need to divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 5. Okay? This will cancel this. So we will end up having y equal to 12 over 5 minus 7x over 5. So differentiating. For us to find the gradient. The gradient of this equation is actually differential of this equation. So we'll say dy dx. Differentiating this equation with respect to x. This will be 0. Differentiating the constant gives us 0. And differentiating this will give us minus 7 over 5. 7 over 5 is a graph this equation, which is also the gradient of the new line, which was in as 5 and 7. Okay? It's a gradient of minus 7 over 5. So we know the equation of a line is given as what? Equation of a line is given as mx plus c. mx plus c, right? So m is a gradient, which is already minus 7 over 5, x, right? And then c is what? The constant. So how did we do that? Okay, that is the equation of a line. Okay, but for these, what are we going to do? Okay, let's move on to the next step. Okay, let's use this side of the board for this step. Use this side of the board for this step. So this, at this point, what are we going to do? We'll say we'll find the gradient too with this point, right? So we say, remember the gradients, which is minus 7 over 5 is equal to y minus 7 all over x minus 5. So cross multiply, we'll have minus 7 x minus 5, okay, equal to 5 y minus 7. Okay, so simplifying these equations, we will have minus 7x plus 35 Hello friends, so we are back. Sorry, we had some little hitch with my digital pen, so I couldn't exactly continue the class with that. So meanwhile, I had to show us our past videos. So I think I found some questions on 2010, right? JAMB 2010 questions. So I think these ones are simple. They're simple. So the first one is evaluate this problem, which is 81 all over 16 brackets raised to power minus 1 over 4. So that's the problem. And then we have some options. Option A was 1 over 3. Option B was 3. Option C was 6. And option D, 1 over 6. Okay, so let's go right ahead and solve this problem. So the time we should evaluate means simplify it to its lowest form and find a way to get a simpler answer for this. So if you look at 81 already, you know that there's a square root for 81, which is 9. Okay, and there's also a square root for 9, which is 3. We have square root for 16, which is 4, and square root for 4, which is 2. So that brings something to mind. What does it bring to mind? 81 is the same thing as 3 raised to power 4, while 16 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 4. We still put our brackets, minus 1 over 4. Okay? And then from there, what do we do next? We're going to group these powers 4 to come out of the bracket. Remember, if you have the same powers, you can always group them together in the laws of indices. So without further ado, it will be 3 over 2 all bracket 4, and then all bracket 1 over 4 minus. All right, and then what do we do next at this point? is we apply the bracket law. In the bracket law, you can multiply the bracket inside and the power inside the bracket and the power outside the bracket. So if you multiply 4 and minus 1 over 4, what happens? 4 will cancel 4, leaving minus 1. And then we'll have 3 over 2, all bracket minus 1, which is power minus 1. All right, are we almost there? Okay, so our answer will be 2 over 3 because the minus 1 helps us to get the reciprocal of the fraction. But we don't have any of these answers in the options. That means let's look at it closer. Okay, I think I omitted something. We are supposed to be times 2 raised to power minus 1. Okay, so that means this answer 2 over 3 will multiply by 2 over 3 times 1 over 2, because when you have minus in the power, that means you use the reciprocal of that fraction. Reciprocal of 2 is what? 1 over 2. Okay, there's an imaginary 1 here. Reciprocal of 2 over 1 is 1 over 2. This will cancel this, giving us 1 over 3. And hey, we found our answer. So let's go run quickly to question 2. Now, question 2, remember we don't have so much time. So we're supposed to solve each question in 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Anything more than that, you jump to the next question. So we say question 2 is 2 root 3, right? Plus root 5. Okay? All over root 5 minus root 3. Root 5 minus root 3. So when you are asked to rationalize a number, a denominator, rationalize means we're trying to find a way to make them become rational numbers, no more irrational numbers. A surd is actually an irrational number. So the best way to make a surd not an irrational number is to rationalize it. So how do we do that? We say we multiply the denominator by its conjugate. The conjugate of minus 5 minus 3 is minus 5 plus 3. So multiply the numerator by minus 5 plus root, root 5 plus root 3 all over root 5 plus root 3. Okay, that's the conjugate. This is what? The conjugate. Conjugate is like an identity of a number. Okay, if you have a plus b, the conjugate is a minus b. Okay, so rationalizing is like doing nothing because you're multiplying it by the numerator and denominator by the same thing, which is also equal to 1. But this would help us to make the denominator a rational number. Okay, so let's quickly multiply this. Remember our law in mathematics. When you multiply a function or an expression like this, plus or minus, okay, when you do that, the answer will be a squared minus b squared. Okay, so we're going to apply that to this, assuming this is a and this is b. So therefore our answer will be 2. Okay, let's multiply the numerator first of all. Root 2 root 3 times root 5. 2 root 3 times root 5 gives you 2 root 3 root 5. 2 root 3 times root 3 gives you plus 2. Root 3 times root 3 gives us what? 3. Root 5 times root 5 gives us what? 5. 5 gives us 5. Root 5 times root 5 times root 3 gives us root 3 root 5. All over. Remember the shortcut to multiply such will give us what?
root 5 square minus root 3 square. Okay, remember this relationship, right? Applying this here, we're going to have root 5 square gives us what? 5. Root 3 square gives us 3. Okay, it's going to be minus because it's multiplication of two conjugates, the number and its conjugate. Okay, so our answer will be, this is the same. If you're collecting like terms, 2 root 5 root 3, root 5 are like terms. So 2 root 5 root 3 plus root 5 root 3 will give us 3 what? Root 3 root 5. 2 times 3 gives us 6. 6 plus 5 gives us 11. Remember, there's no time, so we need to run. Okay? So this is our final relationship. 2 root 3 root 5, remember, it gives us 3 what? Root 15 plus 11 1 over 2. So let's quickly look at what we have in the options. What we have in the options. Good. Option C, option A is our correct answer. Option A is our correct answer. So this is the option. Option A for question 2. Okay. Very good. So let's run on to the next question. The next question. So let's solve. Okay, in a survey of 50 newspaper readers. So we have newspaper readers, right? Newspaper readers. This is question 3. Okay, we have 50. Okay, 50 of them, 15 number. Then the next question is 40 read champion. They have champion, which is read by 40 of them. And then we have guardian. Right? Did I spell that right? Yep. Guardian. Which is read by how many people? It's read by 30 people. How many will read both papers? How many will read both papers? Okay. So, for us to know how many, let's assume the people that will read both guardian and champion, let's call them X. Okay. So that means the people that will read only champion, okay, let's get people that read only the papers will be 40 minus X. Okay, we don't want people that are going to read both in this group. And then people that read only guardian will be 30 minus X. So we have people that read both separated, people that read only champion, people that read only guardian. And then if you sum up the 3, you have 50 people. So let's sum it up. First of all, we can show you the event diagram. The total inside is 50, which is the universal surds. And then we have champion, guardian, and then we have champion. X read both guardian and champion, while we have 40 minus X, 30 minus X, and 40 minus X. So we're going to add this, right? So we have 30 minus X plus X plus 40 minus X, right? This is equal to 50. Equal to 50, right? So let's open up the brackets. We have 30. Remember, there's no time, so we need to run. We need to run. Plus x plus 40 minus x equal to 50. Okay? So if we move all the like terms, this will cancel this, giving us 0, leaving minus x. So we have 40 equal to 30 plus 40, that's 70 minus x. 70 minus x, right? So we say 40 equal to 70 minus x. 40 equal to 70 minus x. Okay? Therefore, x, if we move x this way, it becomes x. If we move 40 this way, it becomes 70 minus 40. Therefore, x is what? 30. So we have 30 people reading both the Guardian and the Champion newspapers. Okay? Are we good? Sorry, this is supposed to be 50. This is supposed to be 50. Pardon me. So, because I looked in the option and I found that I couldn't find the correct answer, so I had to go back and look. So this was 40, 50, 50. So the answer is 20. So, and I found that in the options. Option D. Option D. For question number 3. Option D for question number 3. Okay. Option D is 20. Okay. So we'll quickly move on to question number 4. Question number 4. Question number 4 says, okay, question number 3. Question number 4. Okay, let's do that. Question number 4. Let's call that question number 4. Express the product of 0.21 times 0.34 in standard form. So when I'm multiplying this, I just assume that there are no decimals. So I'll just say 21 times 34. Okay. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 1 is what? 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Remember, you write the 3 under the 3 and the 4 under the 4. Adding it up gives us 4. 8 plus 3, 11. Plus 1, 7. So we have 7, 1, 4. So we're going to count how many decimals we have here. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so counting from here, because the answer is going to be smaller because they're all small decimals. So count from here. If they were whole numbers, we have counted from here. So we start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 0.0714. So standard form means it's going to be 7.14. So how many decimals? 1, 2 times 10 is power minus 2. Okay, so if we look at the options of number 3, our correct answer is B. Our correct answer is B. So quickly, we're going to answer question 5. Question 5. Question 5. Question 5. Okay. Factorize completely this function x squared x cubed plus 3 x squared plus minus 10x all over 2x squared minus 8. 2x squared minus 8. Okay, so how are we going to solve this? Factorize completely this problem. So whenever I see such a problem, I always love to look at the options. Okay, so from the options, I'm seeing that some factors in the problem for this part could be what? X minus 5. We have x plus 5. Okay, and then for the denominator, I'm seeing some factors x plus 2 and x minus 2. So we're going to test it with trial and error. Thank God we have the options. And it's an objective examination, so you can work from the answers. You mustn't always work from the questions. Because of time, you have to try and use some tricks to get ahead. So we're going to use trial and error. We're going to try x is equal to 5 for the numerator. So we say 5 raised power 3 plus 3 raised 3 times 5 square minus 10 times 5. So we're going to test this if it's going to give us a 0. If it's going to give us a 0. So 5 times 5 raised by 3 is 125. Okay, plus, I don't think so. 7 times 25, 3 times 25 gives us 75 minus 50. It's not giving us a 0. That's not giving us a 0. Let's try x equal to 0. Okay. Definitely x equal to 0 is a factor. Is a factor. X is safe. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll say x. We bring out x because x is common across the numerator. Okay. So we bring out x. We have x squared plus 3x minus 10. Okay. And then we have 2 common across the denominator. So say 2 x squared minus 4. Okay, x squared minus 4. 4 plus 6. Okay, so at this point we have something like this. Remember a squared minus b squared in the form of question, giving us a plus b bracket a minus b, right? So we are going to apply this in this because these are two perfect squares. So this will give us 2x plus minus 2 x plus 2. So we've gotten the denominator. Okay, now time for the numerator. We have x. Okay, I'm already seeing that 2 can go in here. 2 can go in here. That's if we make here 2 squared plus 3 times 2 minus 10. That is 4 plus 6 minus 10 equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 2 is a factor. That is x minus 2, right? Equal to 0. So x minus 2 is a factor. X minus 2 is a factor. Okay, so what is the next factor? X minus 2 Let's look at the options at this point in time. Okay, so let's try x equal to minus 5. Let's try x equal to minus 5 for the numerator, right? So let's try, put 5 here, put another 5 here. Okay, so 5 squared gives us 25, right? 3 times 5 gives us what? 15. That did not work. Okay, so let's try minus 5. Minus 5. So that will give us 25 minus 15 equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to minus 5 is a factor, another factor for the numerator, which is equal to x plus 5 equal to 0. So we put x plus 5. Okay, are we good there? Yes, I guess so. Okay, so now that we have the complete factors, we have x, x minus 2, x plus 5, all over 2x minus 2, x plus 2. This will cancel this, right? Giving us x, x plus 5, all over 2x plus 2. So this is the complete factorization of that problem. And I can see my answer here. C option gives us the final answer. Take a good look at it. The C option of question 5. C option of question 5. Okay, good. So let's quickly jump up to question 6. Question 6. Question 6. Question 6. Okay. If y varies directly, if y varies directly as the square root of x, right? And y equal to 3. When x is equal to 16, calculate y when x is equal to 64. If y varies directly as the square root of x, okay, then we know that y is equal to 3 when x is equal to 16. Calculate y when x is 64. So how do we solve this problem? We solve this problem by converting the variation proportionality symbol to equality. How do we do that? We do that by saying y equal to k square root of x. K equal to square root of x. Very good. We're progressing. Okay, so we're going to substitute. Whenever you change the proportionality sign to equality, you have to put a constant there. Okay, so we're going to substitute these values right here into the equality or the equation. Okay, so y is 3, then we have k square root of 16. So we have to find the value of k, make k subject of the formula. So making k subject of the formula, first of all, we have to divide both sides by the square root of 16. This cancels this. Therefore, k is equal to 3 all over the square root of 16, which is 3 all over 4. So now that we have the value of k, we are going to find the value of y. when x is equal to 64. So y, remember the formula, k is 3 over 4, the square root of 64, okay, which is 3 over 4 times 8. All right, 3 over 4 times 8. Now, 4 divides 4 one time, 4 divides into 8 two times, giving us 3 times 2. Therefore, y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 6. Okay, I'm so glad we've come to this stage of this live broadcast. And so at this point, I'm going to say uh, a quick goodbye. But just before I go, I'm going to give us some tips on how we are going to some tips on how we are going to uh, ace our JAMB examinations. Okay, so I'm going to give us some tips on how we can ace our JAMB examinations. Okay, first of all, make sure you get a good night's rest. Okay, if your examination is on Saturday, make sure you sleep early on Friday night. Okay, sleep early on Friday night. Ensure that you get enough sleep the night before the exam so that you are well rested and alert. Secondly, try to eat a healthy breakfast. Eat a breakfast on the day of the exam to fuel your body and your brain. Avoid heavy, greasy, sugary foods that can make you feel sluggish or give you a kind of dull feeling for your examinations. Try to arrive early. Please do not be late for the examination. Arrive at the exam venue early to avoid rushing and ensure that you have enough time to settle in and get comfortable. Okay? Then bring all the required materials. Do not forget your slip, your exam slip, your identification, your writing materials, and everything that you need. Okay, then also follow instructions. Try to follow instructions. Listen carefully to the instructions given by the vigilators and follow them carefully. Pay attention to the time allocated for each section of the exam. You do not want to leave out some sections of the exams. You want to answer everything you can possibly answer. And then another tip is manage your time. Manage your time effectively by allocating time for each question and sticking to it. Do not spend too much time on difficult questions. Okay, I keep saying this over and over again. Do not spend too much time on difficult questions. Make sure you read questions carefully. Read each question carefully before attempting to answer it. Ensure that you understand what is being asked before providing an answer. Answer easier questions first. Answer the easier questions first before attempting the more difficult ones. This will help you gain confidence and will save you time. I cannot emphasize this enough. Okay? Then stay focused. Stay focused during the exam. Avoid distractions such as talking to other candidates, such as looking around the exam hall, being distracted. Do not do that. Try to remain calm. You don't need to be afraid. It's not the end of the world, okay? Don't need to be afraid. Remain calm, stay calm and composed. Yeah, I believe you will do better if you're calm than if you're agitated or scared. Even if you encounter difficult questions, stay calm, stay composed, take deep breaths, relax before moving to the next question. And then finally, before we call it a day, remember, with proper preparation and a calm and focused approach, we can succeed in the JAMB examination. So I want to wish you good luck, and I'll see you on our next video. If you're new to this channel, do not hesitate to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. I'm always glad to have you here. God bless you, and see you in my next video. Bye.